folks, so welcome to the June 2017 Loot Crate unboxing, and the first video in I guess you would say, facelift for the, I guess I have to call it a channel at this point in time. I kind of started doing these 4 years ago, almost for fun and whimsy, just to, to show off when the boxes came in, and I'm now finding that I'm actually getting people paying attention, and, me, being the classic self-conscious dude, decided maybe it was time to make a few improvements. So, we're going to see what is in this Loot Crate. Now, Loot Crate, again, kind of a love-hate relationship with the company. Sometimes they have some really, really awesome things, and sometimes they just kind of phone it in. So let's see. So I gotta say, I saw two things when I opened up the box. The first one is it is exactly, you're seeing it. I pulled it straight out. It is a 6-inch bowl with Hulk hands on it. Now it says it's a Loot Crate exclusive, and that's not necessarily a bad thing. One of the things that has always been Loot Crate's strength is like an abundance of exclusive materials. This is a interesting bowl. Well, I will say they actually have the entire hand. We have the thumb, and then index, middle, ring, and pinky finger. This is a pretty hard plastic bowl. I guess I could indulge my inner man-child, maybe make it a cereal bowl or something. Just kind of an odd item. Again, I guess, okay, I shouldn't complain that much, because I'm always complaining that these companies are always falling into ruts. So, what I will say is, the bowl is at least kind of cool and quirky. It wasn't another coffee cup, or, some of the other drinkware, eatware items that I've seen in the boxes. So, it's unique. I guess maybe once I get my weight down a little bit to the point where I'm looking at actually eating solid breakfast again, I will maybe make it a cereal bowl. So let's grab the next thing here. So we have our pin, and if you've seen these videos in the past, the pins are always one of the really, really nice things about Loot Crate. We have our theme this month, which is Alter Ego, and it looks like, okay, so I'm guessing it's Bruce Banner and the Hulk. Although if you can kind of pull up on that, you've got the test tube separating them, and what I was kind of staring at earlier is, if you stare at it and just catch it in the right way, it almost looks like the Hulk has a top hat on. From a design aesthetics point, maybe not the best, but the quality of the pen is cool, and this is absolutely something that I will probably put on my messenger bag, because that's where a lot of these pins seem to have accumulated. So this was kind of why I was giving the heavy sigh. So, what we have here is a Q-Fig, more like yet another Q-Fig. I'm really getting tired of the plastic statues. I would like to think that we could do better. That's not that the design isn't bad. So it's a black and white statue, and the idea is black and white from a newspaper photograph. Those of you who are of a certain age may not remember newspapers when they were newspapers, but even before a lot of them switched over to color in the 90s and the 2000s, newspapers were pretty much black and white. So of course, if you look at the old issues of Spider-Man, where Peter Parker is a photographer, you'll see him taking pictures of himself, and then they're on the front page of the Daily Bugle, which is kind of why we have this figure here represented in black and white. Again, kind of a cool thing. This one, oh jeebus, let me just make sure. Yeah, is what it is. Um. Oh, Jeebus. All right, so we have here DC Comics, the New 52 poster collection. Now, if you are if you are a friend of mine from social media who was around way back when, you are probably well aware of the fact that I do not think highly of the New 52. I think that it is probably one of the stupidest decisions that DC Comics has made in a corporate career of making stupid decisions to the point where there is actually a website called Has DC Comics Done Something Stupid Today? And kind of like those tickers that you have in industrial workplaces where you have so many days since an accident. The ticker actually reads so many days since DC has done something stupid. I think the New 52 is kind of the crowning achievement of the all things stupid. This whole idea of let's take all of these decades of continuity and let's go ahead and just scratch all of them, and we're going to say everything is beginning new. And needless to say, it didn't work very well. The New 52 had about a 5-year shelf life before DC realized, hey, wait a minute, all of those sales spikes that we saw, because we released 52 number one issues, and then canceled about 8 titles and added about 8 more titles, 8 more new number one issues. Once they realized that the trick of cancel relaunch had kind of faded out, suddenly they said, well, maybe we should go back and kind of start to restore the old continuity, which we're in the middle of the rebirth right now, which is kind of folding in some parts of the New 52 with Old Classic. But this, because I was kind of looking through this, it is a poster collection of covers. That's not to say that the New 52 didn't have some good parts to it. Very few, very far between, but it's kind of a collection of just some of the old covers of comics that came out during this period. Again, not a huge fan of that whole idea. I think that 20 years from now, New 52 is going to be one of those periods where we just don't talk about it. What happened in DC Comics between 2011 and 2016? Well, we don't really talk about it, but I will give them this. It is a Loot Crate exclusive, so it's kind of an original idea, even if I'm not really feeling the whole aesthetic behind it or anything else. So beyond that, we've got the T-shirt, which I'll get to in a second. We're kind of cutting short on the stuff, man. We got the bowl, we got the figure, we got the book, the T-shirts. Okay, the T-shirt is cool. I will give them that. Especially given the fact that, it's the 23rd of June, and a new Michael Bay dog turd has just dropped on the box office. The T-shirt is Optimus Prime, classic Optimus Prime, transforming from cab to robot mode. It doesn't look like, for just a second when I was going, unfolding it, it doesn't look like it's intentionally weathered. But the shirt, I would wear the shirt. I would wear the shirt with no problem. The bowl, I would probably use, maybe. I don't know if, as I start to pack up, I'll look at the bowl one more second. So I'm just not sure if the bowl is microwave safe. That might be one issue. It may be a Hulk cereal bowl. But so that is your June 2017 Loot Crate box. Very sparse. 3 items plus a T-shirt. I'm not digging this whole material cutting things, kids. So let's go ahead and wrap up. So we have the T-shirt, which, again, they're saying is a Loot Crate exclusive. We have the, well-intentioned DC Comics New 52 poster cover collection. We have the Spider-Man, wanted photo of Spider-Man, Q-Fig, and then finally, we have the Hulk Hand Bowl. And, again, I'm looking... Hand wash only, not microwave safe. Wow, man, I couldn't even, warm my oatmeal up in the morning work. So, apparently, we have the Hulk cereal bowl. So, for the originality, for the stuff that maybe you couldn't get anywhere, I will say this. So, the Q-Fig is a variant. I am sure that if I go to their website, I will see a standard color Spider-Man figure. So probably what they did was they piggybacked their black and white variant on top of that. So that's kind of half off the shelf. The Hulk Bowl, that's an original thing. Probably can't get that. The New 52 book, again, not an original thing. Can't get that. So for the originality, I'll give it a high B. But for the, oh my God, is there anything really cool in this? The Optimus Prime T-shirts, but not really a lot else. So kind of a C maybe for this box at best. So anyway, there we go, folks. So at this point in time, you know what to do. If you want to subscribe and see these coming on a regular basis, by all means, please hit the subscribe button down below. If you want to leave some comments, again, I'm trying to engage people a little more and have some dialogues on the channel. Please, by all means, leave a comment, and we'll go from there. So, in the meantime, we will see everybody for either the next Loot Crate box, or the next Nerd Block, or Super Geek box, or Geek Fuel box that comes in. And I will see everybody then. So, until then, be good to each other, and stay safe out there.